Sounds like another genie appearing.
Yeah.
Whose phone was that?
Oh, it was mine. I'm doing a snapshot quest in the meantime.
It is taking a while, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just working on my Paldean adventure research.
Get it done, bro. Get it done.
Take the snapshot.
Oh, I need to do that as well, Henry. I just caught a hop-up and forgot to take a photo of it.
Yeah. I was out earlier and forgot to photo, and I was like, "Oh, there's a Fuecoco here. I'm gonna screenshot it." That one was not me. I'm innocent.
Marky, wasn't it?
We were going to go through our snapshots quickly.
That was me.
Hello to all our amazing listeners, and welcome into. Can someone help me out?
135.
135.
Episode 135 of Incensed Podcast. Boys, cut that out for me. It's back to me hosting again. So apologies if it's a train wreck today. And actually, it's my second week in a row for some time now. Isn't that right, boys? But as always, the lads are with me, and those lads are, of course, Pogomana UK, Ian Waterfall, and the one, the only, Masterful 27. Boys, it's amazing to be here with you again. How is everyone doing today, though?
I love how Coop's a second week in a row like it's some sort of achievement.
He gets a participation medal, okay?
I'm pleased you said that as well, Ian, because I was like, get the guy an award here. He's so chuffed with it.
Some of us have been here for 135 weeks.
One of us has.
One of us.
Have you still not missed one?
No, I don't miss weeks. I told you. That's where the
Doesn't
catchphrase
miss
came from.
weeks.
Damn, don't miss weeks. Here's me.
Coops doesn't do weeks.
Plural of week is what, Coops?
Day by day. That's what the plural. That's my life, mate, honestly.
Coops in the live chat. Sue, Hermes Ninja. Ha ha ha. Gold cup for 2 weeks in a row.
See?
Aww.
See?
I
Exactly.
feel like we need to just say best of luck. You are in very unfamiliar territory hosting a show.
I
More so than Mark last week.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
take it steady. Take it slow.
And that's always a mess, isn't it?
Oh, wasn't it just?
I'm joking.
It's just like riding a bike. You'll get back in the swing of it.
Thank you.
We could be your stabilizers if needed.
Bro, do you remember them? Oh my God, I used to love having stabilizers when I was like 10. But anyway, boys, everyone good? Everyone's happy? Everyone's ready for another episode?
We're all good to go, mate. How are you doing?
I'm good, mate. I know what you're saying about unfamiliar territory because I always like forget how daunting it is. I don't know whether it's just me being a drama queen, but
It's you being a
it is
drama
quite
queen.
sort of dramatic. Yeah, okay. Is it my turn again, Ian? Is
Drama
it my
queen
turn?
on the show, queen in general.
Goodness.
Amazing. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it at all. But yeah, to all the listeners, I do have my shirt off tonight, bare-chested with my dad bod out because it is so hot here in
They're all
the
going,
UK.
thank God it's not a video podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know, right? Literally. Can you hear everyone? Ian, what's it like up north, mate, up there? Is it hot?
It's fairly warm in the Midlands. Yes.
Midlands. I knew he was going to say that. I don't know what it's like up north, Coops, but in the Midlands it's actually
Exactly.
very warm.
You got it, Mark. I don't know what it's like in Leeds, but
Nice with that sketch on the Fast Show. Scorchio. We can confirm in the southwest it is Scorchio. Croydon, is it hot, Coops? Obviously it is. You're naked.
Obviously.
Costa del
obviously. I am.
Croydon.
Partially.
Cumulus.
No, it is really hot. It is really hot. But let's move on from the weather because they always say if you're ever like in company or on a date and someone starts talking about the weather, it's a really bad day, isn't it? To all the listeners, it's now time to
Pop your incenses, champions. Let's go.
And the reason why I'm telling you all to do that is because, of course, we want you to drop your incense, get out there, play Pokemon GO whilst you're listening to this episode. And, of course, do not forget to tag us on all of our social medias. They're all just going to be at Incensed Podcast. But, of course, the main one which we use is, oh, my God, my first time saying, tag us on X. Make sure you tag us. You can just at Incensed Podcast, at us as individual creators. And, of course, the way we can find you is if you use the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Clarify the spelling for me.
All right, HOMESLICEHENRY, keep it down from the dungeon down there. Blimey, it's like you're trying to get
Speaking
out
through
and
the
speak to us. But of course, the clarification
have you fed him this week, Coops?
is going to be SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. That is the way we can find you. And if we do find you, you might be able to feature in my favourite part of the show, which is the segment Shiny shinies of the week. Now, boys, it's now time for...
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed podcast.
Now, gentlemen, I've got kind of a getting to know you / game / never have I ever / fun little sort of thing. Is that, can we do that? Can we change it up?
Clarify the question.
Yeah, QUE. No, joking. So basically, we're going to start off with Pokémon Mother UK, then Masterful 27, then Ian Waterfall. What we're going to do is we're going to do a really quick fire round because I want to get to know you on a starter Pokemon level. We have moaned about starter Pokemon from the start of time and how hard they are to catch and how they're so boring because no one cares because we're going to get a Comday eventually. Oh my God, Charmander, I've got to throw 95 golden raspberries, 108 ultra balls, and they still don't stay in the bloody ball. But basically, I'm going to go through from Generation 1 to the new Paldea Generation 9 starter Pokemon, and I want you to tell me who is your favourite. So, Pokemon UK, are you ready? This is going to be quick fire, boys. I don't want any, can I switch?
Let's go. Let's do this.
Generation 1, Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle?
Bulbasaur. Not just because of chasing the tail or anything.
Is it me next?
This is really quick fire.
Yeah, Masterful, can you
I
hurry
didn't know
up?
what
We'll be in the edit, trust
I was
me.
confused. As we've having back-to-back Pokemon Go getting to know you questions, which has completely confused me now.
I know. I saw it and I thought, oh my God.
Oh my God.
So, Charmander.
Squirtle.
Fast.
And I've got to go Charmander as well. Generation 2, boys, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, or Totodile?
Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil.
Totodile.
Ian's just going to go water for
I'm going to
everything.
go,
Maybe not everything. You don't know, do you?
I'm going to go Chikorita.
Oh, PvP. Oh, get me in the dungeon.
Generation 3. This is a bit of a stupid question to ask Milo. Trico, Torchic, or Mudkip?
Trico, come on.
Mudkip.
Mudkip.
Yeah, actually, it's stupid to ask me. Mudkip as well. Boys, Generation 4. Have you noticed that I'm not saying Sinnoh, because I've got no idea.
You don't know the
what's in
actual
what. Have you
regions, do
noticed
you?
that? Yeah. Turtwig, Chimchar, or Puplip?
Is this a water dog?
Or Piplup.
Give me the penguin. Piplup.
Oh, my, that surprises me. Turtwig.
Piplup.
I'm going to go Turtwig. So Generation 5, lads, are we going with Snivy, Tepig, or Oshawott?
Tepig all the way.
Yeah, Tepig all the way.
Totally agree. Tepig.
Yeah, it's got to be in it. It's got to be Tepig.
Water.
Yeah.
I told you not necessarily all of them.
What about Tyrion? Yeah.
I am spooked.
Generation 7, is it, boys?
6.
We've got Chespin,
Six.
Fennekin.
Six. You've got
Bro,
Carlos to
six.
go.
you're
Sorry,
going
sorry,
numerically.
sorry.
6.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3,
I'm sorry,
5, 7.
Generation
9.
27.
Pikachu.
Right.
Blue 2.
So Generation 4. No, I'm joking. Right, what's this 5? This is 5, right?
6.
6.
Kalos.
6, right. Chespin, Fennekin, or Froakie?
Froakie.
Ooh. Fennekin.
Froakie.
I'm going Chespin for that one, boys. I'll be honest.
It was a close one for me, but Froakie, I mean...
Nearly at the end now. Generation 7. We've got Rowlet, Litten, or Poplio, boys.
Lytton.
They're all pretty weak, but Rowlet.
I'm actually going to go Poplio for that one. And to nearly finish off this little getting to know you section, to know what starters are your favourite, I could put a tenner on that we're all going to pick the same one for Generation 8. But let's wait and see. I could be eating my hat and I could be wrong. Gentlemen, we've got Grookey, Scorbunny, or Sobble.
I literally have
what's
no
Gen
idea
8?
what's Generation 8. Does it even exist?
What's Gen 8? It's not in Pokemon Go.
Oh, Galard doesn't exist, Coobs.
Do you actually not know these ones?
I actually have the plushie here of the
Yes.
one I'm going to
Yes,
pick.
you do.
Grookey, all the way.
Okay, I've got that wrong.
Scorbunny for me.
I haven't got I haven't got a clue. I had to Google them, so
James
I'll
Bond?
go Scorebunny, but I haven't got a clue of any of them. I'll be honest.
So I'll be honest, I'm going to take the L. I actually forgot, Milo, you had that teddy behind you. I thought
Stuffed toy.
I thought we were all going to go.
you.
Yeah, I thought we were all going to go Scorbunny. So yeah, fine. 1 Grookey and 3 Scorbunny. But boys, the most important thing that I want to know the latest generation, Generation 9, the Paldea. We've been catching them. We've been
Have
probably
we?
catching a lot.
That's
Actually, let me
assumption.
rephrase that. Milo's been catching a lot of them. Milo, you might need to help me out.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got Sprigatito.
Correct.
We've got
How come Milo
Fueco-
needs to help you out? The rest of
Fuecoco.
us know the names.
sorry, mister.
I don't know any Generation 8 starters. I do know the
I have to
Paldea.
say, I'm very surprised you didn't go with Scoble because that evolves, I think, into like a spy. Its final stage is like a spy Pokemon in a weird way.
Coops has heard my
Inteleon.
pronunciation effort to generalise who's right to ask somebody else.
True. And of course, the water type Quaxley. Boys, to round off this, what are you going with?
Fuecoco.
Fuecoco.
Quaxley.
And I'm going to go with
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
Fuecoco as well. Diddle-diddle-diddle. No, there was no. Yeah. So, so what was the only one we picked the same of?
Tepig,
Yeah, Tepig.
I think.
Yeah,
shout
Gen
out
5, Tepig.
Wow.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
went
Gen
fire.
5.
Kerry in the chat said Lechonk.
Lechonk.
Definitely. That's funny. She says
Amazing.
that.
I'll tell you what, Marky Boy.
Yeah.
Marky Boy, get the poll out and put
Let's
the
do it.
chomp as whatever he's
Let's
bloody
do
called,
it.
the chonk.
I'm
Yeah, do
sorry,
it, do
Francesca.
it.
Nobody loves Spaghettito like you do.
To be fair, it does sound
Yeah,
Italian.
it really
though,
does.
doesn't it?
Spanish, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I must say, Coops, it feels very unusual. You're clued up on what is going on in the current state of the game. I am actually proud of you because,
I am.
yes, today, as we record this, the Generation 9 starters and Lechonk have dropped in the game. I think we could just have an open discussion about, first of all, what do we think? It's been a long time since we've had new gen starters in the game. I think March last year in 2022 was the last time. Generation 7 when they dropped, so 18 months or so. What do we think? We like the designs. Do we like the event? Welcome to Paldea. Do we like the shiny Lechonk that, I don't know, I don't have yet? I assume we don't have it. I don't know, Coop, since you're so clued up on the game, what do you think, bro? What do you think of this new generation?
So obviously, at the time we're recording, it's been out for about 24 hours, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'll be honest, it's really, really, really.
it?
And was there any need?
Poor
Awful.
Coops.
Was there any need?
Poor give him
It's not even been out 12 hours.
Yeah,
By the time
yeah.
we finish this recording, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So this event has been out for 12 hours. I think it's really nice to see some new Pokemon in the game. Is it Lechonk?
Lechonk.
Like chonk.
Lechonk.
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 Lechonk. I feel like it's cool because it can be
No,
shiny.
CC. It's Spanish.
CC Lechonk. I unfortunately haven't got the shiny yet, but I've not been grinding, but I've definitely caught probably about 30, 40 of each. It's super fun. I'm having a great time. I think the spawns are really good. There was like loads of like little research tabs, which was dope. You can get those done. I love the new wallpaper for the game for the next few months. It's it's really nice and bright, giving me those autumn vibes, which is perfect going into winter at the end of the year. And I know later we're going to talk about sort of another event that's coming out when this is released. So we're starting literally right now, but we'll talk about that later. More Pokemon. So so that's me. Marky, what about you, bro? What are you thinking?
It's really exciting when a new generation drops. And I still go back to when Gen 2 dropped that first time when Johto came into the game. When you saw this new Pokemon, I know Sentret appeared on the map and everyone's going, oh my goodness, great, a brand new generation, all that. And that enthusiasm waned when we got to things like Hoot and that. But it was needed. First of all, see brand new shadows all over you nearby. That's such an exciting
thrill.
buzz. It is a thrill. And I will add to that, it is actually probably three of the most solid starter designs probably in the game. Gen 9
No, I have to agree.
Yeah, totally.
I could have picked any of them for the research path on today's Paldean adventure.
Marky, do you think they look really good on the map as well? Like, I know when you click on them, but even on the
There's
map,
something
they
about
actually
them. They look so clean.
Yeah, they do.
I know, and like it's a weird one, and I don't know what you guys think about it, but like Sprigati, is it Sprigatito? Is it Sprigatito? What is it, Ian?
That's a herb, isn't it?
Rigatito.
Sprigatito looks so small on the map, actually. The other two you see and go, yeah. Sprigatito looks like a cappy, unless you click on it and you realise it's a lovely design.
Cowboy hat. Rigatito.
Yeah, look at Sprigatito.
When?
On the map, they look amazing. They look really sharp, really great designs. My only sort of annoyance at the moment is seeing the third page of a Paldean adventure, which I assume is the same for whichever Pokemon you've picked, and catching 200 Pokemon rewarding you with 15 pineapples. But anyway...
I digress.
I digress. Great event. Great to have new starters in. And they all look amazing. And it's the best batch so far, my opinion.
I've got to agree, there is some thrill with new shadows on the map, get out there, just the basic raw Pokemon experience, in this case Pokemon Go, saying like, where are the starters, the new ones, the Lechonk? Fantastic idea to drop it as shiny straight off the bat, because it is very much a fan favorite from the Gen 9 games. It may be a small batch, only 4 Pokemon dropping, but you may hear or know later on we'll get some more. Small batch to drop, but in a very interesting way compared to other generation drops. I'm thinking back to Gen 7, they dropped about 6 or 7. They had Rockruff in the 1-star raids straight out as shiny, they had Yungoos in the wild straight out as shiny, and Jangmo-o, but there was kind of nothing else event-wise too much, whereas this has got some sick bonuses. 4 times catch dust, 4 times catch XP is mental, and all I can say
table's rising.
Yeah, careful. It's going to rise some more.
Milo's table.
Because my best... God, goodness me. I thought we had my own jingle.
I thought Milo was working from a standing desk for a second.
That's funny. That's funny.
Self-leveling. My best advice for this, if you want to get some candy and stuff for these starters quick, Primal or either the Kyogre or the Groudon, because you get more XP boost with one of those, with the tier 2 or tier 3 boost. So it's nuts. You get like 10k XP per catch if you nail it, and you're like, what?
Milo, do you know what's crazy though? And I've seriously, shout out Niantic, how long have we been saying when you add in a new Pokemon to drop it as a shiny, and they've actually done that? Like, I feel like we need to actually big that up a bit, because obviously, like I said, I've not got mine. Is it, by the way, has anyone got their shiny?
Not at the moment, no.
No. But what I mean is that, like, I've literally said that like 2 years ago. So it's amazing that they're starting to do this again, because I feel like they had a massive period and they didn't release a new mon as a shiny. They hold on to it. It's just so nice to actually have something that you can actually grind. I do feel like it's a natural vibe where when it comes to stars, don't get me wrong, they're exciting, I'm loving it, but there does become a point where you think they are going to get a Comday, they are going to get Blastburn, they are, and I hate being cynical, but we kind of know that's potentially going to happen. But yeah, Ian, you've been very quiet. I'm guessing you've been working a lot.
Yes. Totally have. Unfortunately, I'm the coops of this week, because some of us spent 11 hours in the office today and got about 10 minutes to play the game. So
yeah, but the event's been out 24.
It's been out since 10 a.m. I've been at work since 8. So yeah, unfortunately haven't had a chance to play it. I've seen them on the maps, haven't done any of the research, haven't encountered any, haven't caught any. I will agree with everything that has been said. It's nice to see silhouettes again, albeit for what is likely going to be 2 minutes. It's nice to have good XP and Stardust bonuses. It's nice to have an event that, granted, 10 days is a long time for an event, but with these bonuses, actually, to be fair, it can be maximized quite easily. So it does look pretty good. And unfortunately, I'm sorry I can't contribute to this conversation.
Yes, you can.
Never say sorry, mate.
So, but as Mark would say, real life, some of us have to sit in an office for 10 to 11 hours a day and don't get a lunch break. So can't exactly play Pokemon Go while I'm at work, unfortunately. But one thing I can do is bring you...
It's the news.
We've got some news. Of course we have. Paldea has arrived in Pokemon Go. Of course, Gala. What's that? Well, we've got... Got potentially 15 Galamons in the game. That will have to do for now. The Ultra Unlock is coming, and as Coots mentioned earlier, this will actually run from 10 o'clock on Sunday, the 10th of September, and it'll run through to Friday, the 15th at 8 p.m. local.
Now.
So, yes, you are right. Right now, as you're listening to this, the event is live, the Paldea Ultra Unlock. We're going to see some Pokemon debuts in this. We're going to get Nimble and its evolution. We're going to get Pawmi and its evolution chain. We're going to get Bombardier, and that bad boy, or that bad bird, I should say, is going to be released as a possible shiny encounter. And we're also going to get Frigibax and its evolution chain as well. So the Ultra Unlock will continue the unknown in 1-star raids. So Mark, don't panic. You can still read these potentially shiny, but unlikely to be shiny, full odds unknowns in
Unless
the
you're
1-stars.
Charles Browder, who's going to get a mention right now. Because that boy today has got 2 shiny unknowns today in raiding.
Chaz, how many
Let us
raids
know.
how many raids have you done, man? Wow, GG's.
Two, exactly. Wow. They're full odds, though, aren't they, Ian? They are full odds, so...
Yeah, but we mentioned last week that Niantic were giving us a lot of free research. Well, get your wallets out because there is going to be a paid timed research for this part of the event. Yes, $5 US or equivalent will get you access to an exclusive timed research that will reward you the following: 2 encounters with Pawmi, a Pawmi backpack avatar item. There you go, Coops,
Sold.
that's worth the $5.
Sold.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Yeah,
It gets
I'm buying
better.
it.
It gets better,
seen-
Coops. 3 rare candy.
That's too much for me and Coops.
I
That's
don't
too
want
much
it
for me and
anymore.
Coops.
1 incubator. This one's for Mark, 10 silver pineapps, and for Milo, 921 stardust. I'll take the
wow.
XP, 9,210 XP. So
921 stardust.
you get more by catching 2
Give me
Pokemon.
hyper potions.
That's literally it's like 1.2 catches in the event.
Like, boys, I'm not trying to be funny. Why do they have to ruin this all the time? Like who's
You're paying
$5?
$5. I mean, you're paying $5 for this. Seriously.
Before they've done $5 research and it's given you a pose, and $5 equates into Pokecoins at about 500 Pokecoins roughly. So it sort of works out.
Painful.
This literally gives you 2 encounters with a Pokemon that's appearing in the wild
And can't be
anywhere. I'm
shiny.
doing a mark here. Can't be shiny, and you get a backpack, and the backpacks only cost like 150 coins usually. And then you get some rare candy that you can get for free through a quest anyway. The incubator is in some silver pineapples. That is shockingly bad value. I'm sorry.
Honestly, bro, listen, I literally just like feel like we talk about this all the time, but like if you want me to pay, like exactly what you just said, you've literally just answered why I'm not going to buy it. I know I said that I was, that's a joke. I'm not buying it for the avatar bag, but like you said, I can click on the game right now. When the event starts, I can get my 2 encounters with Pawmi. I can get my Stardust with those 2 encounters with Pawmi. The XP I'll just get for playing for 3 minutes. I don't need the rare candy. Like, can they not? Oh,
It's
honestly,
really weird.
It's because it's the event actually looks amazing, and then they do this, and it's just like I'm trying.
But do
to
you
be
know
on your
why they
side
do this?
for us to create the?
Oh no, honestly, no,
hang
seriously.
on.
Do you know why they do this? Because people buy it.
No,
People will
hang
moan,
on,
but they
I've
will
got something
buy
even
it.
better. Have you seen the small text at the bottom there? It says,
Read it.
asterisk, by completing this time research, you will receive the Pawmi backpack avatar item before it arrives in the shop.
I'll take
The
2.
Pawmi backpack item will also be available for purchase in the in-game shop after the event ends.
So exclusive
so you
access.
Could get
Seriously,
it
you're
anyway.
getting exclusive access to it early. Early access.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love Coops. He's like us. Oh, no.
What you need to remember is if you do actually get this is timed research, so ensure that you complete it before the event finishes on Friday
otherwise
at
it's
8.
$5
Otherwise, you're going to
gone.
lose it as well.
That's
you
the
lose the
insult, isn't
$5.
it? That's an
Wait, you lose it as well.
It's timed
Oh,
research.
God.
If you don't complete it, you lose it.
Ian, listen, if you're at work, don't get it. Don't buy it. You're stuffed, mate. You're stuffed.
But some good news.
Really?
What? Okay, yeah, no, let's do really. Okay,
Ready?
no,
3, 2,
ready.
1.
2, 1.
Really?
Do your best Kardashian impersonation, boys. If you do get the timed research and you get your 2 Pawmi encounters, good news, you can enter them into showcases during
Oh.
this part of the event. People won't know that you got them through the paid timed research, but you can also put Nimbol in there as well.
Can I just share a story with you guys?
Go on. We need to pad for time.
So I did actually participate in Charmander Comday. I know we're going to touch on that very briefly in a bit.
What Conde?
Charmander, but I actually did enter a showcase and I actually won. I was rank 1.
You were the only person that entered it.
No one's on feet.
Yeah.
Well, congrats.
Well done for doing your first Community Day of the Year, Coops.
Appreciate it.
And if that isn't all enough, as we continue the introduction to the Paldea Mons, wild encounters between now and Friday night are going to be Milo's favourite accidental tap shiny encounter, Hoppip.
Houndor.
Buzel.
It's Weasel, isn't it?
No, Breezel. Hold on, casual. Just because you can pronounce Pokemon doesn't mean you're a master.
Fletchling.
Sprigatito.
Fuecoco.
Quaxley.
Lechonk.
And the new releases, you'll be able to encounter Nimble.
And if you don't buy the ticketed research, don't worry, you can still find Poor Me.
And some trainers might even be able to encounter the following, which is Frigibacks, can't be shiny. And just to reiterate, the ones that can be shiny, obviously the ones that have been in the game for about 4 years, and of course the new Lechonk. Everything else can't be. But I've got to hand it over now to the one and only Masterful 27.
And actually, they're quite consistent because they haven't
Chaz
changed.
Browder's favourite raids.
They are. Chaz loves a 1-star raid. But yeah, all the unknowns are still the same and they can all be shiny, spelling out Paldea. This is where it gets interesting now because the 3-star raids, because all 3 of them can be shiny. And if you missed out on Cleaver, we did say it would come back. Well, it
Everything
has
comes
come
back in this
back.
game. Yep, everything comes back.
There'll be many people like myself, I'm sure, that still hasn't got the shiny Turtonator. So that is also going to be hanging around in 3-star raids. And the brand new release for this second wave, Bombardier. I keep thinking of Bombardier or
Bombardier is right.
Bombardier.
Have you noticed how the infographic, the sparkles for Bombardier are huge compared to everything
Yeah, they're
else?
massive.
Bombardier.
I think it's to say, this is the new shiny.
Yes.
This is the new shiny. Exciting. 3-star raids. Just send me remote raids, please. I'll be raiding those.
I'll definitely be raiding the oversized Stork Seagull thing, but at the current time, until September the 16th, in the Northern Hemisphere, you're going to find Cellar Stealer in the 5-star raids, and the folks in the Southern Hemisphere have got Katana, and that is until the 16th of September. And the Mega Raids are, as per they were, Manetric. Mega Manetric, that is.
I'm not being that guy, but they could have released those legendaries as shinies.
They
right?
really should have.
I'm not trying to be that guy. Anyway, sorry, Ian, you're going to finish off this wonderful, wonderful Ultra Unlock.
I certainly am. Eggs are unchanged from part 1. Field research task encounters will be available that will reward you an encounter with Poor Me.
Oh,
and don't
you don't have to
forget,
pay for
Coops,
them.
if you haven't bought them already, avatar items. You can look like you're wearing green Robin Hood style pajamas
No thanks.
and flip flops.
I'm spending all my money on the bag.
I was going to say, don't worry, the bag, again, will be available after the event.
Listen, all banter aside, obviously, I do just want to say I really do think these new Pokemon coming in look awesome. I think the designs look awesome, and I'm very excited. I just hope that cool little sort of dragonish one at the end isn't like literally like when a new good one gets released. It's once every day you see one on the radar, and it's like 10 miles away.
It will be rare, but I will just say that Baxcabula, final stage evolution, being a Dragon Ice type, and if it gets the right moves and doesn't get nerfed and messed around with its stats too much, could be an interesting addition to Master League.
Do we know the moves yet?
Not off the top of my head, but it's very like Kyurem, but with a different set of stats. In the main series game, it's amazing.
Nice.
Ryder, you do flirt with GBL, don't you? When we're talking, you know.
For somebody who keeps saying he's not bothered about it,
It's
he
what
keeps
happens to come up on my X feed.
Sorry, Marty, you said GBL then. Did anyone hear that banging from the dungeon? No,
it's just the wind. Don't worry about it.
What's that noise? I can hear something.
Move it on.
That's the sound of somebody punching their table, the fact they've bought the time research.
Yeah, you. That was you.
Me, yeah.
So moving away from all of that Paldean excitement, we're going to go back to a Pokemon that is normally pretty unexciting, but is getting a com day, which will make it a little bit more exciting. It's a really badly kept secret. We saw it on the calendar for upcoming events, so we knew what was coming. Grubbin is getting a community day in September.
Nice.
Saturday, yes, Saturday. Make the most of it. It's probably one of the few Saturday com days we're going to be getting this quarter. September the 23rd, 2 till 5. They're sticking with the times. The nights will start to be drawing in a little bit by then, but we'll still have daylight for a good few weeks afterwards. Grubbin will be the featured Pokemon. And if you evolve the Grubbin, you can get a Vikavolt by evolving Chargebug. That will know the special move Volt Switch. There's a Comday special research for $1 or equivalent called Plugging Alone. Jesus.
Along.
Huh? You can tell where my brain's at.
Was that tugging alone, did you say?
I was like plugging alone, but obviously I can't read. I definitely need to wear my glasses, seriously.
That would make me buy it though, Mark, if it was called that.
Tugging alone. Anyway, this season seems to be very XP heavy, so We're going to get the bonus of triple catch XP during this community day. 2 times a chance for trainers level 31 and above to receive Candy XL from catching Pokemon. Incense and lure modules activated during the community day will last for 3 hours. 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. 1 additional special trade for a maximum of 2 for the day, and trades will require 50% less dust. As is standard with all new com days, after the community day, between 5 and 10 p.m, there will be bonus raid battles where you can raid Chargebug, and then by completing those, get additional Grubbin spawns around the gym for 30 minutes. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. There's literally timed research, field research. It's just the standard fare for community days. There'll be web exclusive deals in the store. That's the web store, not the actual in-game store. Pokemon showcases, and of course, stickers.
Oh,
Nice.
With the miscommunication before, I was looking at the next section. It's looking for other trainers to join to help complete your tugging alone research.
There are no tugging alone if you do that.
Join one of these many communities.
tugging alone.
Yeah, that event and community day, it's looking good. September is looking nice and feisty. And good news, boys, I actually think I can do Grubbin Com Day, so I actually might head to Ealing on the Lizzie line, Milo, and join you guys if we want a little link up. And it's on a Saturday, so like you said, Ian, kind of have to enjoy it if we can.
I can go on record now saying I will not be at Ealing. You guys can always come up to me if you want.
I'm so sorry. I have got some family commitments that day, so I will not be playing it at all.
You won't be summoning the Grubbin to
Christmas reroll then, Mark. Christmas reroll.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I mean, to be fair, they're lovely shinies, aren't they? They're quite strong in GBL, aren't they, Coops?
Honestly, mate, I've got no idea.
In Master League, isn't it? I'm throwing
I thought you was partial to a Chargebug.
I like what was it? A Chachabug. To be honest, I'm not even going to sit here and lie. I'm sorry. Is that another bang from downstairs? Anyway, I've genuinely got absolutely no idea how good Chachabug is in PvP.
Oh dear.
But what I will say, Milo, I'll see you on the 23rd. Is it the 23rd? Did we?
23rd.
Yes, 23rd.
You've literally just read it out. I'm such a mess. Sorry. Right, gotcha.
So Coops might be going to Ealing to play with Milo for Community Day, and I can pretty much guarantee that Coops will be.
Tail to chase, it's chasing the tail.
He kept up with me on Global.
That's why Coops likes Quaxley so much. He loves his bushy tail. Is that right, Coops? Like
Does he remind you of Donald Duck?
Donald Duck, yeah.
It's a different Donald.
Coops and his Donalds.
McDonald's. Donald's trumps.
What is happening right now?
I think it's the heat. I'm blaming the 30-degree heat.
I am as well.
This is Chasing the Tail. We're going backwards and forwards between random words.
Yeah. Chasing the Tail is I'm going to go back to how Coops described this the very first time. It's brilliant.
So this is Chasing the Tail. It's a word association game with names of Pokemon. I will name a Pokemon, and the last letter of the Pokemon that I've mentioned is what the next Pokemon will start with from the second player.
Do you remember when you did that, Coops? It was so cute. It was like...
Didn't I say it wrong, though?
I've said it wrong before, mate.
Yeah,
it is a classic. So I would say Mewtwo, and Ian would probably say Octillery. There you go. No, that was a bit weird, wasn't it? That almost tricked myself then. But there are other rules.
I didn't even hear the Pokemon, so I couldn't even give a retort.
There are other rules with the game. Can't have too much of a pause. If you do take too long to answer, you will get the buzzer noise. And you cannot repeat any Pokemon, and that is throughout the whole of the game. And...
just give me 5 seconds.
He's probably going, my dog's licking his
3,
ball.
2, 1.
That's 5 seconds. Start with Coops, and your Pokemon is Mewtwo.
It is. Yeah, do that. I'll do that.
Missing, though.
And as he comes back on, do a buzz, and I'll go, Coops is out. That's brilliant. So, go in. So Coops is out. Right. Next
What? Have you just started?
Yeah. Well, you said 5
said give you
seconds.
5 seconds. We gave you like 20, and you wasn't there.
Okay, right, I'm ready. Sorry about that. I'm ready.
Right, so I will start with the first Pokemon. It will be Pogo Milo UK, Casual Coops and Ian as I'm looking on my screen. I will start with Quaxley.
Yveltal.
Ladybug.
Anorith.
Helioptile.
Ex-Cavalier.
Riolu.
Umbreon.
Noibat.
Terrakion.
Nidoking.
Gollet.
Teddy Ursa.
Almaldo.
Auxiliary.
Yamna.
For goodness sake.
Apom.
Mew.
Whimsicott.
Tortuga.
Axew.
Waylord.
Which one?
Diglett.
Trico.
Obstagoon.
Noivern.
Nidoran.
Nidoqueen.
Ninetales.
Samurott.
Trevenant.
Tyranitar.
Rattata.
Ampharos.
Scyther.
Ralts.
Swaddle.
Elekid.
Delphox.
Zatu.
Umbreon.
Nimble.
Licky Tongue.
I think it ends in an E.
Oh, does it? Oh, does it
was
actually?
the
Let me
most-
consult the article.
Yeah.
Oh no, Nimble. Is it?
That was
Nimble.
some rally.
That was one hell of a
Yes,
round.
that's the longest
my
one ever.
days.
Bro, I swear
my
to
goodness.
God, if you
Yes.
spelt this,
Nimble. It is. It ends in an E.
That was like 8-9 rounds, wasn't it? That was mental.
We've used a lot of mons there, yeah.
really good round, by the way. Round of applause for that. Boys. Round of
Well,
applause.
that's
That
all
was-
right. Round 2 and round 3 will not be anywhere near as long.
No. Well, I've heard that before.
Who was after me then?
I'm after you, Coops.
All right. Ian Waterfall, for the next round, your Pokemon is Chacharbug.
Go lurk.
I ain't got one.
I told you it wouldn't work.
Did it begin with Invocade? Was it
K.
a
The
K?
K.
Oh,
Yes, the K.
Cling Clang. Cling Clang.
Cling clang, yes.
Cling Clang. Oh. Right, here we go. So, Suicune.
Electabuzz.
Baxcavalier.
It
Wait,
ends in a Z.
Z.
And we've already had a Scavalier.
No,
haven't we?
Oh.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
You said
we have.
Baxcavalier is the new Pokemon.
Oh.
But it ends in a Z.
Oh, okay.
It does.
Good.
There we go. That was
This setting of the
anticlimactic.
new
That was totally
generation.
anticlimactic.
Well done, Milos.
I tell you
We,
what,
we
Ian,
all know round 2 and 3 never last as long as round 1.
after an epic first round, you rarely get as much pleasure in subsequent rounds.
Seriously, yeah.
The stamina's not there.
Well done, Milo. Congratulations.
amazing.
GG's, yeah.
That's all right. It's just survived. I guess talking of surviving, Mark.
Yeah, so we've gone from surviving to Community Day Classic, which took part.
we were all surviving.
Which took place on. It was Saturday, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes,
Saturday
yes, it was. Yeah.
For the OG players like ourselves, it was round 28 of them having a go at Charmander on its own day. For those who are newer to the game, it was an opportunity, and rightly so, some great bonuses for it to sort of get those families completed. It is a beautiful shiny. But yeah, 3 hours on Saturday. I didn't really play it that much. I was very kindly gifted the ticket. Thank you for the ticket, Molly. I had family commitments, which meant I was still able to play a little bit around that. It just didn't appeal to me in any way whatsoever. I did the research line. It was lovely. The bonuses didn't mean a lot to me, even though there were good bonuses, and I get all that. I kind of just wanted to complete the research, get a couple, and kind of was glad to put the game down for the rest of the day. What about you boys? Did anyone have a similar experience? Don't all say anything at once. Or did anyone have a differing experience?
Mate, I'll be honest, yeah, I was quite shocked because I did play. I played for about half hour. I caught about sort of 50 Charmander just for like the XL and that, and just to participate, really, to be honest. But I didn't get one shiny. Not that I needed one, but I thought it was mad.
Oh,
Didn't get
seriously?
any. 50
Ah,
checks
zero.
and you didn't get a shiny. Damn.
Swear down.
Well, that's just rubbish. How dare,
It really
how
is.
dare it?
Well, we'll not be coming to your neck of the woods, Coops, for Community Day then. If
No,
that is
no,
the shiny
don't.
We
one.
did a go fest in his neck of the woods. He can't really
Oh,
complain.
yeah.
That's why I'm going to Ealing for Grubbin, mate.
These actual sparkles.
Yeah.
I've got to say, even triple catch dust couldn't make this any more interesting for me. Genuinely, it was just sort of one of those things. I need a Shundo, and that's it. If I don't get one, I don't get one. Don't really care for the shinies, and me looking at it as a hardcore player. Blaziken is a much better fire-type mega these days, so when that gets its Comday Classic with Torchic, I'll be playing that hardcore. Did the research, kind of took it chilled, didn't really catch too much, just sort of shiny checked. Still got, I think, 42 shinies or something like that.
Wow.
One thing I will say, you guys have probably experienced it as well, is there are a lot of people who say, oh, it's my first Charmander Community Day, and we're sitting here going, how?
There's a lot of new players. People don't realise that people are joining this game all the time.
And the other thing is, it sort of doesn't register in your head until you say it. Charmander 2.0, when it got its second Community Day, was still October 2020 when we had 6-hour Comday.
It was.
Fair enough.
It's almost 3 years after that, 2 years later or whatever, after the 2018 one. So it's a big expanse of time. The way I looked at it was like, I'm playing this. It was an okay day, quite chill. It's now had a Comday Classic, so we shall never see from it again for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
So, silver lining.
Let's hope.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, please.
I digress.
What about you, Ian?
It's easy to take the sort of high ground as a day one player that we've seen this mon in a lot of events, live events, and it's had 2 prior community days. So Milo is spot on. October 2020 was when we last saw it, and I wasn't enthusiastic for it for a second time, so even less so on the third. So I had to do something that would kind of make me interested in it, so I just decided to see how many shinies I could get out of a set number of encounters, and that was it. Once I hit my limit, I was done. Played it for about an hour and 15 minutes, and that was more than enough. It was nice to get the triple Stardust. That was a good bonus, but of course you spend Stardust as well for the special research that you get for the community day.
The power up,
yeah. So
honestly, they need to go. They're past their sell by date. Those power up 5-10 times. I'm so over
I
them.
always
I'm
do
really over
it
them.
something that benefits me. I'll either power up a level 1 that costs nothing, a lucky, or I'll power up a 4-star. I won't actually power up anything I've quartered that day. So it passed an hour. I do completely understand, as Milo said, that there are a lot of people that have come to this game in the last sort of year, 2 years, 3 years since this was last in a community day. So I don't begrudge anybody actually enjoying this community day. It's just, for me, it was old hat, and let's look forward to Grubbin.
So old hat, it's medieval.
But what I really want to know is, did the casual actually play this community day? That is the question.
Who, me?
No, Mark. Yes, you.
Yeah. I said, bro. I said I played for about half hour. I played for about half hour.
He got nothing in 50 checks.
Yeah.
Oh!
50 check.
Seriously, my brain isn't working. My brain really is not
Mine
working.
isn't working. Ian.
I didn't even know you'd said that, even though I reacted to it earlier.
You were fully engaged as well.
That shows you how much notice I'm taking of you.
That's what we'll call the Charmander effect now.
Yes,
The
seriously.
Charmander effect.
Yeah, listen, you should have seen my face. I looked at Milo and I thought, is he all right?
Seriously, my brain is in neutral. I am not lying. My brain is literally just ticking over in neutral.
Ian, you're fine. I still love you. I really appreciate that chat. I know that's probably the last thing we wanted to talk about was Charmander, but you know, it's done. And Charmander Community Day 4.0, we will see you very soon, which I'm sure they will do. But Ian, I've got some bad news.
What is it?
God, go on.
Listen, mate, I know that you genuinely just had some exciting news. I do have some news to share. I don't think you're going to find it that exciting. Enter in my PvP GBL Genie.
Oh, please don't say it's about GBL.
What's up, gents? How's it going?
Yes!
Hey!
As if by magic.
Yeah, the sound effect, not for the content.
It didn't take me 5 minutes to find the sound effect before we actually let him in.
Besides, Henry, what did you think, mate? That genie sound effect was all for you. What do you think?
Good stuff. It's good stuff for sure.
But listen, ladies and gents, boys and girls, as always, I say as always, we've only done this once, but for last season, HOMESLICE Henry did join us and go over some updates. I've got a feeling you're all going to get deja vu because I'm pretty sure I said this a few months ago, but last season was epic, but this season is even more epic. HOMESLICE, haven't I got that right?
That's true, yeah. A lot of updates to get through, so our goal is to keep them short, sweet, and tell you what you need to know. So.
And obviously, if you're not interested in GBL at all, like Ian, Mark, and Milo, then just skip forward 5-10 minutes and we'll be back with the banter. But for now, we are entering the dungeon.
All right, so we'll be taking a look at the Season 16 of Go Battle League and the updates. And first off, we're going to be going through the new attacks. Niantic has added 3 new attacks into the game. The first of which is Trailblaze. It's a Grass-type charged attack, and it is a Grass-type clone of the existing move Flame Charge. So it's based off an existing move, so we know what it does. Pretty solid move overall. Secondly, we have Scorching Sands, a Ground-type charged attack. This is a Ground-type clone of the move Scald, which is a Water-type move. So again, moves that we've seen before, but now in a different typing. And finally, Triple Axle, which is an Ice-type charged attack, which has the same stats as Icy Wind, but whereas Icy Wind lowers your opponent's attack, this one increases your own attack.
Oh, so this one's actually kind of better then.
Yeah.
I like the name of it.
But HomeSlice, I've got to be honest, I know you GBL PvPers, you love a new move. So how do you feel about these 3 moves being introduced into the game?
Honestly, they're all pretty solid moves. They're based off of like existing move archetypes in terms of the amount of damage they do, the amount of energy they cost, and buffs or debuffs that they apply. So yeah, pretty solid moves, and they're being given to a wide variety of Pokemon, which we will get to in a moment.
That's why this episode is 9 hours long.
It might have been before we edited it.
Yeah, true.
9 seconds.
Just have Henry say, hi, goodbye.
But we've got some really exciting attack changes. I'm going to start off with the electric type move Spark. Now this is going from 4 power all the way up to 6 power, but it's going to be an energy generation decreased. Now I've seen a lot of controversy on Twitter about this. People are going, is this a buff? Is this a debuff? Now I've got the main man here, HOMESLICEHENRY the Genie, the PvP god. I want to talk to you. Is it a debuff or a buff? What's going on? Because I've seen all this about Lantern.
Yeah, so the rework to the move is specifically to target Lantern. Lantern was used almost ubiquitously on most teams. It's an attempt to get people to move away from that Pokemon. It does increase the amount of damage it does, but it gets less energy, so it just makes the move play very differently. Overall, it's probably a net 0, but some of the changes that were made around the move have made Lantern overall worse in the meta.
But everyone's still using it. Literally. And up next, we've got Astonish, and for trainer battles, its energy generation is going to be increased.
Yep, and then after that, we have Psychic, which is the awaited nerf to Medicham, going from 90 base damage to 85.
And that's not that much, is it, really?
No. Medicham is basically unchanged.
So up next, we've got the move X-Sizzle, which is a bug-type attack. Its energy cost is going to be increased, and in training battles, it's going to go from 45 power to 65 power. And that's actually a drastic change. I mean, I know X-Sizzle, bug-types, they're not relevant, but what do you think about that, mate?
Yeah, it's a pretty nice adjustment. There are some bug types that don't appreciate that it's slightly more expensive, but in terms of damage per energy, basically like how much does it cost on average per energy, it's definitely an improvement overall. And then next up, we have 2 changes to flying moves. We have Aerial Ace becoming cheaper, less energy, and Sky Attack actually becoming more expensive, costing more energy.
I don't like that one. I do like Skarmory, so I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. Up next, we've got the ground type moves. First up, we've got Dig. Now for trainer battles, it's going to go from 100 power down to 80 power, but its energy cost is going to be decreased. I don't think I even knew that any Pokemon in PvP use Dig, but there you have it.
Dig is actually, its energy cost was decreased from 80 to 50, so it is a massive decrease. So they turned Dig from a basically unusable move to now one of the better ground type charge moves in the game. And speaking of ground type charge moves, Earthquake gets a slight nerf. That's specifically targeting Galarian, Stunfisk, and Swampert, going from 120 base damage to 110.
And up next, the ghost type move Poltergeist. In trainer battles, it's going to go from 140 power to 150 power. I feel like that was needed, though. I'm going to be honest. I feel like that was needed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not a lot of useful Pokemon get Poltergeist, so making it stronger is nice. We'll have to see if it ends up being given to more Pokemon. And then finally, Boom Burst is now slightly cheaper. It's a very good move in terms of damage per energy, but the issue is at 75 energy and being a normal move, it can't hit anything for super effective, so it still struggles to see any relevance.
Now, HOMESLICEHENRY, I did say to you when you first joined on, I'm not going to go over the schedule, I'm not going to go over the rewards, because it's basically the same sort of thing, and there's there's really no point going through the cups and saying in 11 months' time, you're going to be doing the Willow Cup. It's kind of pointless, right? No one's going to remember. But one thing that I did want to cover with you, mate, is the attack availability updates. Now, I know we joked at the start. There is a lot, people, so just bear with us. We're going to go through all the Pokemon sort of, not one at a time, but in each group. And then if there's anything that stands out, HOMESLICE, we agreed you're going to jump in, mate, and you're going to tell me, you're going to educate the boys, and you're going to tell the listeners what you really need to be using. So I'll start, mate. No, thank you, Cricket. Now, up first, with the fast attack Volt Switch, we got Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone, and one of the Reggies, Regieleki.
Out of these three, the definite winner is Magnezone.
Four.
And Magnezone, honestly, primarily in Master Premier, but also sometimes in the Ultra League as well. Volt Switch is just a better move than its previous fast move Spark, which got a nerf. So this is Niantic's way of still letting Magnezone do well, despite the rework to Spark in an attempt to nerf Lantern. And then after this, we have Mudshot being given to more Pokemon. Mudshot being given to Swalot, Greedent, Krogunk, and Toxicroak. The winner out of this group is Greedent. Greedent was already very quick to charge moves with Bullet Seed, but now with Mudshot, it has coverage against Steel types that it didn't have before, which is very valuable.
Mate, honestly, I love having you on. So up next, with the Dragon type attack, Breaking Swipe. Now, this is a charge attack, not a fast attack. And the Pokemon that can now learn this is Onix, it's Dad Steelix, Rhydon, Rhyperior, Sceptile, Helios. I know it's Helioptile's evolution, isn't it?
Heliolisk.
Yes.
So Heliolisk, and of course Regidrago. Is there anything from your research on PvP Poke, etc., etc.? Is there anything that stands out to you?
Yes. Breaking Swipe Steelix is now top meta in Great League and Ultra League. Breaking Swipe is a move that lowers your opponent's attack. It's typically given to fragile Pokemon as it has really good synergy, where if you're a fragile Pokemon but you debuff your opponents quite a few times, their moves do a lot less damage and you feel a lot less fragile. Steelix is very bulky. This is the first time they've given Breaking Swipe to a bulky Pokemon, and that instantly moves Steelix into like a top meta position, especially in the Ultra League as a Pokemon powered up with XL Candies, but also in the Great League. And then secondly is Rhyperior. Rhyperior will now be the best free-to-play Pokemon in the Open Master League, as Breaking Swipe gives it significantly better play than it had before, and it's actually going to be a Pokemon that's worth using, whereas previously it was basically unusable. So those are the two biggest winners out of Breaking Swipe.
Noise.
Well, I was going to say there's literally dragon types everywhere in the Master League, right, as well. So you've literally got like Zekrom, you've literally got everything, Kyurem, like everything. So that kind of makes sense, actually. I never thought about that.
Yep. And then next up, we have a Selger learning Water Shuriken. Doesn't really do much for it. And then I'll go through Blaze Kick as well. Blaze Kick being given to Hitmonlee, Menxiao, Incineroar, Riolu, and Lucario. All of these, like Lucario, maybe for a limited meta, but it doesn't really dramatically impact any of those Pokemon.
So up next, learning the charge attack Razor Shell is going to be I feel like this is good. Is going to be Krabby, Kingler, Corphish, Crawdunk, Shelder, Cloyster, and Barbicle. So HOMESLICE, you went, so go on, mate. Talk to us.
Razor Shell just isn't the greatest move ever. Like,
it's a
move
bad
that could. Yeah, it is. It is a bad It is not the greatest move ever. Like, maybe on those mons it could see like limited future meta play, but it's not really going to have a dramatic impact on those going forward. And then next up, we have a lot of Pokemon learning the fast attack Magical Leaf. Mr. Mime, Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium, Blossom, Roselia, Roserade, Miss Magius, Shaman, Rowlet, Dartrix, Decidueye, Curlia, Gardevoir, Lilligant, and Meowstic. I was not lying. This is a big update.
Big pull. Jeez.
Wow.
Are you okay?
I would say
Ian,
there's a lot of Pokemon learning the same move.
The biggest winner out of this group is probably Gardevoir. It gives Gardevoir a move that can actually generate energy at a decent rate. And not to spoil anything, but Gardevoir also gets a second move as we go down the list that is also quite nice.
Nice. Keeping the listeners on edge. I love that. So up next, learning the attack Trailblaze. Now, this is the new grass type, which HOMESLICEHENRY did announce at the start, as soon as we started the PvP dungeon. And Pokemon that can learn this: Tauros, Sudowoodo, Mareep, Falafi, Ampharos, Scyther, Sizor, Cleaver, Teddiursa, Ursaring. Ian, are you okay? Ursaluna.
I don't know, I'm breaking out into sweat here.
Dealing, Sawsbuck, Rockruff, Lycanroc, Formantis, Lurantis, Srovet, Stunky, Stunk Tank, Galarian Meowth. Ian, you still alive? Just double
I think I just need a minute, Coops. Just give me a second.
Ian, are you okay? Are you okay, Ian?
In Niantic's defense, it is a new move, so they've got to make it big, right? Sorry, so yes, I was saying Galarian Meowth, Berserker, Girafarig, Fanfi, last but not least, Donphan.
Nice. I would say the biggest standout is Ampharos. Specifically in the Ultra League, it's often used as a safe switch, and Trailblaze now gives it the potential to threaten a shield in the Zero Shield from something like a Swampert counter switch. Whereas previously, didn't really have a lot for that. More often be run with Brutal Swing and your choice of Thunder Punch, Focus Blast, and Zap Cannon. But now with Trailblaze, if the Swampert switches in, you have the ability to potentially force a shield. So that's a pretty nice coverage adjustment for Shadow Ampharos in the Ultra League there. Same thing with Skuntank. Skuntank has a very unique typing in terms of it only has one weakness, ground. And if you have a grass move, grass hits ground for super effective. So again, it's just a very nice coverage move. Then next up, we have the new charge move Triple Axle, which is being given to quite a few Pokemon as well. Galarian, Mr. Mime, Sneasel, Weevil, Hitmontop, Curlia. We mentioned this earlier. It's a callback. Gardevoir, Lopunny, Mr. Rhyme, Stenny, and Zarina. I would say the biggest winners here are Hitmontop and Gardevoir. Hitmontop previously ran Stone Edge as its flying coverage, Triple Axle, a cheaper move, and it does boost you. And Gardevoir now gets a bait move, which it didn't previously have before.
I was going to say that Gardevoir's kind of decent now, eh? It's actually okay.
Yeah.
So up next, I'm learning the charge attack, the Scorching Sands. Another new move is going to be Sand Slash, Ninetales, Arcanine, Rapidash, Entei, Trapinch, Vibrava, Flygon, Claydol, Hippowdon, Magmar, Magmortar, Diggersby, Excadrill, Sandygast, and last but not least, its evolution, Palossand.
Diggersby is now, honestly, it is top meta in the Open Great League. Previously, it ran Earthquake as its ground-type charge move, which of course got nerfed. This is Niantic's way of not only not letting Diggersby be nerfed, but buffing it as well. This is a cheaper move than Earthquake, so Diggersby now gets the ground coverage more reliably. It becomes a less bait-dependent Pokemon as well, and Scorching Sands is a Scald clone, which means it also has a debuff chance. So a strict upgrade for Diggersby, and now Diggersby looks to, especially with Noctowl no longer being a thing, and Lantern somewhat less so. Diggersby, also I will say Altaria getting nerfed with the Sky Attack nerf. Diggersby stocks are definitely up in the Great League with this change.
The stocks.
Great, just TM'd it onto my rank too.
Perfect.
Yay.
And you're going to use it when?
I might be dead before that.
Right, so Ian, Milo, Masterful, anything you guys want to add on or talk about?
Thank you very much for joining us, Henry.
Lovely, Henry. I really appreciate you coming up to see us.
We're going to let you
It's
out
nice.
once every 3 months.
Henry, you're going to come back for season 38 or whatever the season is.
Oh, yeah.
But no, for real, HomeSlice, good luck this season. I'm pretty sure you will be hitting legend within the next few weeks. And ladies and gents, if you are listening to this right now and for some reason you've got no idea who HomeSlice Henry is, and by the way, even if you don't like PvP, it doesn't matter. His videos are amazing. So please check out HomeSlice Henry on YouTube and on every other single social media platform. Do you have TikTok, HomeSlice?
I do not know, but I am
Good
on,
for you.
I'm
Well
on
done.
YouTube.
We need to stop the TikTok.
Damn. But yeah, before you go, wait, you just, is he gone?
We're throwing him back in a second. Make it quick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that was it, HomeSlice. I just kind of wanted to get that out and say thank you for coming on and let everyone know where you're at. So I look forward to watching your video tonight when I'm in bed. Take care.
Hey, thanks for having me. Feed me this time, please.
That sounded so wrong.
Watching
I'm
your
looking
video when
forward
I'm in
to
bed.
watching
While I'm in bed.
your video. while in
Oh, did
bed.
that sound wrong? Sorry.
What the video is talking about is the one we sent him from New York.
I'll tell you what, I always feel bad just sort of shoving him in there. So I better cheer myself up, with my favourite segment of the show.
Shines of the week.
Kerry Young. It says, 1 hour and 10 minutes into the event, and I got this little beauty out of a research, a shiny bit of bacon. At Incensed Podcast, #Shinies of the Week. Kerry did get the shiny Lechonk, and that is bang on. It was at 8 minutes past 11, so it was actually less than 1 hour and 10 minutes into the... That is crazy. GG's, that is... madness.
That is very crazy. I'm going to follow up with one from our campfire. Darren Wykes has put in #Shinies of the Week, #first day shiny, and his is also shiny Lechonk, which is caught at 1:35 p.m. on the first
Shiny
day of the
Lechonk.
event. So Shiny Lechonk. Have you guys got some more shiny Lechonk?
So we've got something slightly different here. This is on X as well, and this has come from Mr. Mossam, and he has shared with us using the hashtag Shinies of the Week. Collection Challenge Shundo! Exclamation mark.
No.
I saw this earlier. It's such a great one.
Collection Challenge reward.
Yeah.
Collection Challenge reward. He has got the Shundo Lechonk on day one.
Shundo Lechonk.
Shundo Lechonk. The 314CP Pink Piggy Collection Challenge Shundo. Very, very nice. So it's tagged all of us in, and Go Cast Podcast as well, just so they can see it. Love it. But yeah. Yeah. Who? What an amazing. I mean, it's an amazing. We spoke about it earlier, but
Fantastic.
Shundo.
Nice.
Beautiful. Wow.
And I'll round this section off with quite a long one, so bear with me. Paul Darling has sent us a WhatsApp Shinies of the Week, a 96% shiny. Well, it would have been a Gumi, it's now a Siglu.
Nice.
And there's a little message that goes along with it, and I'll read that out, which says, "Good morning, fellas. Great to see Ian and Milo in New York City. Just landed this beautiful Kender Tender for my Shiny of the Week from my 7-day field research."
Oh, wow. Research breakthrough.
Wow.
I already bagged the whole shiny family at a Go Fest, but this tops the lot at 96% IVs. I'm just waiting for some rain for the next evolve into Gudra. Have a great September, you lovely incensed chaps. I'm looking forward to hearing the next Incensed podcast. Pavnoko, Paul Darling.
Oh, I love Paul. Paul's a top lad.
Yeah.
I like Paul.
Thanks for sending that through.
That's a
on
great
WhatsApp.
one. Really, really good one.
And of course, like I said at the start of the show, just tag us. Like I said, you can send them. I actually forgot the WhatsApp earlier, but yes, send them to @Incensed Podcast on X. I keep going to say Twitter. God, on X, Instagram, literally just everything. You can email us. That's in the description of the show. We've got a link tree as well, and of course, WhatsApp as well. Ian will read the number out at the end of the show. Speaking of the end of the show, boys, it's come to the end.
It hasn't. Wait. Good news.
What?
Well, we can't end the show without listening to at least one.
Send your WhatsApps now.
Now, we've actually got, and it's been a while since we've played a WhatsApp message because it's been a while since we've actually been in the studio. So, we actually have...
Today, it took me 45 minutes to drive 3 miles home from work. Then I had to drive back through similar traffic the other way immediately to take my daughter to a horse riding lesson. So I just want to say, if you're on social media crying your eyes out about being a rural player, either you were probably born in a beautiful area and don't have to deal with the same inner city nonsense that urban trainers deal with, or you decided to move out of a horrendous hellhole of a city like I live in and move to the countryside yourself. Either way, you've got a very, very good deal to where I live, where you walk out your house. Yes, there's a couple of gyms. There's like six poke stops within a short stroll around the park, which is home to many a deviant and a wrong un. But if you're crying over Pokemon Go about being a rural player, just consider yourself lucky compared to what we have to put up every day in inner city. No disrespect to Mark, love you, mate. You are the original OG rural trainer, and you take it on your chin, mate. You embrace the rawness of your play, and we respect you for that.
Thank you, pen pal Simon.
There's no intro.
A bit confused by that, but
yeah.
But this
this
is what
random.
I've been saying since day one. The WhatsApp message can be anything.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to relate to something that's specifically happening. You can send us anything. If it's funny, we'll play it.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Thanks for sending that in.
And if people want to send something in completely random and unrelated, how can they do that?
Seriously, the more random, the more unrelated, in my opinion, the better. But that's just one person's opinion. But what you need to do, store this number in your contacts, which is +44 759 269 5696. Once you've stored that, open your WhatsApp up, record your message, and send it to us. Yes, your voice can be heard on the podcast.
Well, thank you very much, Ian. And of course, thank you very much to everyone that's listened to today's episode, as well as the past 130 odd episodes. We really, really, really appreciate you. But it is that time to come to the end of the show.
Coops,
yeah, go on.
You've forgotten something. I'm ready.
I'm surprised you missed it.
Is that Mark's home?
Forgotten that big dangly thing.
That big, proudly stood-up, statuesque thing is what you meant, Mr. Cooper.
I don't know, after 3 rounds.
But you know what, Mark? You know a little bit earlier when we was talking about the current event, it was...
Crossed swords, Milo, haven't we tonight? Oh, dear.
Cross the streams.
Cross the streams. Well, we had a fun poll out tonight. Which of these is your favourite Gen 9 starters? As normal, please vote, comment and retweet. I put comment in there. Just thought we'd freshen it up a little bit. We had 152 votes in an hour, which is
not bad.
It's toit, Ian. It is toit. So, comments, here we go. Lucy Davis has put the green one. No, she hasn't put that. I can't pronounce it. Sprigatito. What is it
Close
again?
enough. Sprigatito. Yeah.
Sprigatito. Because it's a cat and absolutely adorable. Lechonk all day. But she's also, I call my 7-month-old nephew
The
Lechonk.
fourth starter.
So my shiny is Char Lechonk. I like that. Mike, friend of the show, Newcombs has put singing, is that Mark's poll with a laughy face, and as a gif of a woman with her hands almost like as a tree trunk saying, it's so huge. Thanks, Mike.
What's that got to do with your favourite starter?
Exactly.
Clarify the spelling.
That is ITSSOHUGE. I am Pius has gone for the coolest one, of course. Yes, Sprigatito. Oh, that's what it's called. Newcombs has come back. Sorry, he's come back on the comments.
Oh, God.
Lucas wants the airtime this week.
He does. He goes, I bet Coops picked Lechonk. Maston's put, give me all that chonky goodness. The Keen Brown has
You're
said...
talking about your poll again.
Maybe. The Keem's gone Fucoco. It's been a while since we've had an alligator starter since for alligator. Sanjay Schmosby, the tequila man, has put, seriously, is this a question? The answer is always Fucoco. Mazdos has put trick question. It's not always, exactly. Mazdos has put trick question, surely, the shiny pig. So, Lechonk. Emma, a first-time commenter. I haven't seen her comment before. Can't help but love a duck in a hat.
Hey,
there we go.
There we go.
And the final one, Victory Road, Pokemon News, but long live the grass kitty. Let's go to the poll result because this one changed in the last 30 seconds. I was keeping an eye on it. So with 14% in 4th place, Quaxley dropped into 4th spot. Paul Quaxley.
I can't believe a non-starter is actually going to be ranked above the actual starters.
I know.
That's our audience. That's our audience here. Yeah, it has got a winky face and a pig next to it after I've put the starter question mark.
Oh, that might explain.
In 3rd place with 15%. Don't worry, Ian. It ain't going to get into the top 2 spots. It was Lechonk. I think people saw through the gear.
Well done. Podium place.
Shiny Lechonk.
Shiny Lechonk. It was close, and it was winning to the last 30 seconds, but it dropped to 2nd place with 35% of the vote. It was Sprigatito. Or Sprigatito.
For the win.
It did have, going to the last 30 seconds, 38% of the vote.
Wow.
And Fucoco was at 34% of the vote. There was a big swing at the end, and Fucoco won it with 36% of the vote.
Close.
It was so close.
Noise.
Well, thank you all for tuning in for another episode of the Incensed podcast. A massive thank you to our Discord and to all of our Patreon members, whether you are the bronze, the silver, or the gold tier. We really, really, really appreciate you, especially the gold tier members, who are Hermes Ninja, JB, Clifford Murr, Darby Russ, Kerry and Zachary, Connor Lee, ML Falk 2022, Apex_171, K Technigal, Mufti, Barside 2, JLH 1919, Highbone, and Maz, aka Ozma Lionheart. Thank you all so much. God, the list is growing. I love it. It's fabulous. But yeah, thank you all so much for your pledges. It means the world to us, as we say every week. And boys, there's nothing more to say, but I think we will see everyone.
Whoa,
next.
Hang on. Yes, there is. Boys, good news.
For the 3rd time, what?
For a 3rd interruption. Don't forget, Spotlight Hour on September the 12th is going to be Mankey with 2 times candy for catching Pokemon.
XL candy or
no, just normal candy. Come on, this is what they do.
Actually,
but you got the same butt as me, probably.
Maybe if you're in the UK, don't play Spotlight Hour. Watch the Apple iPhone event, which is also coming on September the 12th.
Oh no, I was going to say you should definitely play this because the Welcome to Paldea event bonuses overlap on the Spotlight Hour, so you've actually got a 4 times catch
watch
XP
the
and
Apple
Stardust
keynote. Seriously,
Spotlight
watch
Hour.
Apple keynote, people.
Yeah.
It's 4 times dust and XP.
It's Apple products.
Right. We've got a bit of a domestic in the house before they start fighting.
Goes live.
Apple every day.
Before they start going at each other properly on that bombshell, we'll be back next week with hopefully making a bit more sense. See you later.
Ian's going to have a new phone. I'm going to have more dust.